There is a crisis in America today, a crisis of titanic proportions, and the victims of this crisis are our children. Tonight, more than 24 million children will go to bed in a home where their father does not live. That's about 1 in every 3 children in America. Millions of more children live with their fathers, but their dads are emotionally distant and uninvolved in their lives. The price our children pay for living without their fathers is tragic. Children growing up without a father are 5 times more likely to live in poverty. They are more likely to do poorly in school and drop out. Girls are 3 times more likely to become pregnant as teenagers. Boys are more likely to commit crimes and be incarcerated. Both girls and boys are more likely to get involved in substance abuse, become depressed, and even commit suicide. Beyond the personal cost of the children who are fatherless, all Americans pay the price through the government services we must fund to fulfill the role of absent fathers. One study shows that the annual cost of these services conservatively is $100 billion. Individuals, organizations, and government agencies across America are waking up to this crisis and are taking action on national and state levels, such as the MPCL, the National Partnership for Community Leadership, the National Center for Fathering, NFI, National Fatherhood Initiative, along with statewide leadership like the Ohio Commission on Fatherhood and OPNFF, Ohio Practitioners Network for Fathers and Families, who are providing research, resources, and technical assistance to a growing field of local organizations, including Forever Dads, North Coast Fatherhood Initiative, Community Endeavors, Urban Light Ministries, and Lighthouse Youth Services, to name a few organizations here in Ohio. However, these organizations will not be successful in turning the tide against the crisis of fatherlessness unless you get involved. Due to the increase in divorce and children born out of wedlock, this crisis is spreading, not being reversed. We need the help of everyone who hears this message. If you're a dad, find another dad and focus together on being the best dads you can be. If you or your organization serves fathers or families, please see how you can plug into the promising practices and programs featured on this DVD, or find others in your community. Build a network of like-minded organizations and work together. If you have influence with local, state, or national government, you can help by identifying policies and practices that provide barriers to dads who are striving to be the fathers, grandfathers, and father figures their children need, and eliminate the barriers. Wherever you are, our most important message to you is to get involved. Without you, we will not be successful in leaving a legacy of promising hopes and dreams for our children and future generations. Creating an infrastructure within our communities through partnerships will be the key to establishing long-term successes. These partnerships need to include the courts and their probation departments, lawyers, legal aid, and law enforcement, as well as social service agencies represented by Family and Children First Councils. The government entities, such as Job and Family Services, Family Stability, Employment Opportunity Centers, and Child Support Enforcement Divisions, will be vital, along with Children's Services and the Health Department. Connecting the school systems, both public and private, including your local colleges and universities, will be a great addition. The business community, which includes employers, Chamber of Commerce's, manufacturers, and yes, even foundations. All of these sectors wrapped together with your civic clubs and faith-based organizations will be critical for volunteer support. We must change the landscape of the family, and now is the time. Building upon relationships and creating environments where each of these sectors can flourish will fulfill their agenda, while at the same time interfacing them to carry out the vision of strengthening a father's presence in the family. These outcomes happen when people work together. Exposing the barriers which cripple men from being responsible fathers will be the framing of where you begin. The continued building process will evolve as a result of tapping into resources within your communities. The resources have been waiting to be utilized and will inspire men to take their rightful place in families. Now, let's go build a new tomorrow for today's children and restore fathers back into their lives. This presentation is a community project of Forever Dads funded through the Governor's Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives under the management of the Ohio Commission on Fatherhood.